After watching my tutorials, you're feeling more comfortable with improvisation and jazz patterns, but for some reason your progressions still sound amateurish, maybe even basic. Today, I'm not going to teach you any new chords. Instead, you'll learn how to take the chords you already know and make them sound more intimate through inversions. Let's jazz and jam. Let's start with a simple chord progression that any of you guys can do in your sleep. Now it sounds passable, but let's make it more intimate, and to do that, all we have to do is invert the chords so that each subsequent chord is physically closer to the previous one, thus reducing the space in between. I've retained the right hand melody to emphasize just how impactful the chord inversions are. The close physical proximity of these chords is a direct representation of intimacy. Let's compare another progression, first with distant chords and then with chord inversions. Maybe you'll recognize this tune. As you progress along in a relationship, you close the distance between the two of you, and you guys become closer both emotionally and physically. If we apply the same concept to chords, our chords become closer and thus much more intimate. Now that I've shown you a side-by-side comparison, let's learn how to actually invert these chords. We're going to analyze the following two progressions. Although they utilize the same chord names, the second set consists of inverted chords. Each chord in both sets contain the same notes. Those notes in the second set are just rearranged so that we don't have to jump too far from the current chord to the next. To find the proper inversion, analyze the next chord and either 1. Find common notes shared between the chord you want and the chord you're currently playing, or 2. Find the note that's closest to the current chord. After that, play the notes in that chord around your starting note. For example, if I want to play an A minor 7 after this D minor 7, I know that they share an A. So I'll build my A minor 7 chord around this note. In other words, I'm going to play the inversion that's closest to the D minor 7. Now if you take a look at my left hand, I'm barely moving. Compare this movement versus this one. In the latter, my hand jumps a lot versus this very subtle movement that's more intimate, sentimental, and heartfelt. So my next chord I want to play is an F major 7. Again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look for common notes. F major 7 has F, A, C, E, and so on this A minor 7, I'm already playing the E, the A, and the C. So I just have to add in the F. Here we go. Now, the last chord I want to play is a B flat 7, which is non-diatonic to the key of C, but inversion rules still apply. I know that they share an F, so I'm going to build my chord around that F note. And that's my whole progression. Let's end on a tonic. You don't need scales or crazy big extended chords to sound sophisticated while improvising or composing. Sometimes it's the smallest changes that lead to the biggest impacts. Remember that art imitates life, and it's no different for music. If you want a light, playful mood, then reflect that in your playing. Play staccato broken chords like this. And if you're going for an intimate mood, make sure that your chords are intimate too. And this goes for any feeling or mood you want to evoke in your playing. Check out the free practice PDF in the description and challenge your playing every single day. Thanks for watching.